Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Launched in 1987, The Bold and the Beautiful has captivated audiences with its lavish, dramatic stories revolving around the Forrester and Logan families. However, behind the cameras, many original cast members have faced real-life tragedies even more painful than the show's scripts. From horrific accidents, sudden deaths, to prolonged personal battles, their lives have taken turns filled with loss. Today, we will look back at those sad fates to realize that fame cannot shield people from the fragility of life. Do you agree that fame cannot shield them from real tragedies? Comment 1 if you agree, 0 if you don't yet agree. Please enjoy the video and don't forget to like, share, and leave a sub to support the channel. And now let's explore these touching stories. John McCook, Eric Forrester. John Thomas McCook was born on June 20th, 1944 in Ventura, California. At the age of 43, he took on the role of Eric Forrester, the patriarch of the powerful Forrester family in The Bold and the Beautiful, who had to face intrigues, betrayals, and complicated romances. In 1987, McCook not only became the pillar of this fictional empire, but also the living soul of the show. However, behind the dramatic scenes were years of stress where personal and professional lives almost merged. The shooting schedule often stretched over 12 hours a day, nearly exhausting him, and once requiring hospitalization due to fatigue. Despite this, McCook maintained his passion for the arts, taking on a role in the play The Lion in Winter and winning the prestigious Obie Award, proving that he was not only an on-screen father, but also a true artist. However, fame did not soothe the loneliness. 3 marriages, thousands of hours of filming, and countless roles took a toll on his health, culminating in the life-saving open-heart surgery in 2018. The near-death experience changed McCook, leading him to become an ambassador for the American Heart Association, using his own pain to inspire others. Currently, John McCook is 81 years old and is still involved in The Bold and the Beautiful. With over 4,000 episodes, he lives peacefully in Los Angeles with his wife, actress Lorette Spang. With a net worth of about $6 million, John is no longer chasing fame. His perseverance, dedication, and passion for the arts have become one of the brightest legacies of American television, reminding us that commitment and love for one's craft can overcome any challenge. Susan Flannery, Stephanie Forrester. Susan Flannery was born on July 31, 1943 in Jersey City, New Jersey. At the age of 48, she transformed into Stephanie Forrester, a strong, decisive, yet deeply vulnerable woman who held both the heart and the power of the Forrester family in The Bold and the Beautiful. This role not only turned Flannery into an icon of the show, but also made millions of viewers worldwide admire the strength and intensity she brought to the screen. Upon leaving the show in 2012, Flannery embarked on a new challenge behind the camera, directing dozens of episodes of Days of Our Lives, and The Young and the Restless, winning the Daytime Emmy Award in 2013 for Outstanding Director. Behind that spotlight, however, was a silent sorrow. A woman who had endured much suffering, admitting she no longer believed in love, now only had work as the sole breath that gave meaning to her life. In the following years, Flannery's health began to decline. A fall in 2018 caused her to fracture her hip, requiring replacement surgery and years of painful recovery. However, she refused to surrender. With extraordinary perseverance, Flannery practiced walking countless times, directed remotely, and continued to contribute to independent projects, earning her the title of the Iron Lady of Hollywood from her colleagues. Currently at the age of 82, Susan Flannery lives peacefully in Santa Barbara with her daughter Blay and 2 Labrador dogs. With a net worth of nearly $9 million, she enjoys a tranquil life. But her true value lies in her artistic legacy. 3 Emmys, 1 Golden Globe, and thousands of audience hearts still resonate with the image of Stephanie Forrester, reminding us that strength, perseverance, and passion can overcome all difficulties in life. Catherine Kelly Lang, Brooke Logan. Catherine Kelly Lang was born on July 25, 1961 in Hollywood, California. At the age of 26, she took on the role of Brooke Logan in The Bold and the Beautiful in 1987. Starting as a poor college student, Lang entered the glamorous world of the Forrester family and quickly became the queen of romantic dramas centered around passionate relationships and countless scandals. This role not only turned her into a global icon, but also captivated audiences for over 3,700 episodes. However, behind the spotlight was a person carrying deep emotional scars. As her fame skyrocketed, her first marriage to Scott Baio quietly dissolved, leaving behind 2 children and a weary heart. In 1997, Lang remarried Alex D'Andrea, a colleague, but the pressure of fame and a demanding filming schedule led that marriage to end in 2014. In the late 2010s, Lang faced a major setback. A horseback riding accident in 2018 fractured her pelvis and forced her to take a 3-month hiatus from filming. But just like her character, Lang returned stronger than ever. Overcoming pain and loneliness, she rediscovered herself through her 2020 memoir, Becoming Brooke, where she shared her pain, love, and the power of forgiveness. Alongside her acting career, Lang built her own fashion brand, the Catherine Kelly Lang collection, beloved in Italy and Australia, transforming her into a global icon of both fragility and resilience. Today, at 64, Catherine Kelly Lang still plays Brooke Logan, a role that has spanned 4 decades of her life. Living in Los Angeles with her horses and adult children, she has a net worth of approximately $12 million, mainly from film royalties and her own brand. The lesson from her reminds us that despite experiencing hurt and setbacks, perseverance, courage, and passion will help us stand firm and continue to shine. Darlene Conley, Sally Spectra. Darlene Conley was born on July 18, 1934, in Chicago, Illinois. At the age of 54, she took on the role of Sally Spectra in The Bold and the Beautiful in 1989, becoming the villainous yet beloved fashion queen who dared to challenge the Forrester empire with her wit, sarcasm, and a heart of gold hidden beneath bright red lipstick. She brought laughter, tears, and audacity to the screen, making Sally a classic icon to the point where a wax figure of her was made at Madame Tussauds. When she left the set in 2006, it was not Conley's decision. After thousands of episodes, her health began to deteriorate. The severe abdominal pain, which she initially attributed to stress, turned out to be late-stage stomach cancer. Chemotherapy did not yield results. Her signature red hair began to fall out, and the powerful voice that once silenced the set was reduced to a faint whisper. In her final years, Conley lived quietly in a small house in Los Angeles, frequently visited by devoted colleagues and fans. She had no children, leaving behind only behind-the-scenes photos, awards, and an immense love for her profession. On January 14, 2007, Darlene Conley took her last breath at the age of 72. Her net worth was estimated to be about $1 million, mainly from her Los Angeles home, and a rare fashion collection which she left to a charity supporting elderly artists. The lesson from her life reminds us that passion and dedication to one's craft can create a timeless legacy no matter how short or challenging life may be. Ron Moss, Ridge Forrester. Ron Moss was born on March 4, 1952, in Los Angeles, California. At the age of 35, he took on the role of Ridge Forrester in The Bold and the Beautiful in 1987, becoming the charming, arrogant, and cunning man who was the source of the legendary love triangle between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. This role not only defined the perfect lover archetype, but also made Moss the face of the golden age of soap operas. However, behind the dazzling spotlight were unseen cracks. When he left B&B in 2012, Moss experienced a severe mental breakdown. In the same year, he was involved in a serious car accident, fracturing several ribs and requiring 6 months of hospitalization. With his health deteriorating and his career at a crossroads, Moss decided to return to music, reforming his old band player and releasing the solo album Unexpected in 2015. Although audiences still remember his deep emotional eyes on screen, Moss's personal life was not easy. 2 marriages, one ending in divorce, the other sustained by faith, were both tested by fame and time. In addition to acting and music, he also ventured into the wine business with Moss Vineyards and real estate investment, maintaining financial stability during turbulent years. Today, at 73, Ron Moss still lives a vibrant life as a nomadic artist. He performs throughout Italy and Australia, produces music in his own studio, and frequently appears with his wife model Devon De Vasquez. His estimated net worth is around $12 million. But for Moss, the true value is not in the number, but in the freedom to continue writing his own story after an immortal role. The lesson from his life reminds us that despite challenges, accidents, or failures, passion and perseverance will help us create the life we desire. Hunter Tylo, Dr. Taylor Hayes. Hunter Tylo was born on July 3, 1962, in Fort Worth, Texas. At the age of 28, she took on the role of Dr. Taylor Hayes in The Bold and the Beautiful in 1990, becoming the gentle yet emotionally scarred psychiatrist and the eternal rival of Brooke in a decades-long battle of love and sorrow. The role transformed Tylo into the embodiment of intellectual drama, bringing her global recognition as one of Hollywood's tragic goddesses. However, her real-life fate was more sorrowful than any script. After her first departure from B&B, she was fired from Melrose Place for being pregnant, but she later won the lawsuit against Aaron Spelling and received $4.8 million, a significant milestone in Hollywood history regarding the rights of pregnant women. Despite the victory, personal grief haunted her. In 2007, Tylo's 19-year-old son, Michael Jr., died in a drowning accident in the family's swimming pool, plunging her into deep depression for 5 years, isolating herself from the media and friends. In that darkness, she began writing and healing her heart. Her book, Making of a Goddess 2005, was both a confession and a rebirth, chronicling her journey through grief, mental breakdown, and rediscovering feminine strength. Alongside her writing, Tylo founded a mental health charity for women, helping hundreds overcome depression and anxiety after loss. By 2025, Hunter Tylo, 63, had retired from Hollywood and was living peacefully in a small villa in Nevada surrounded by lavender fields. She dedicates her time to writing and supporting charitable activities with an estimated net worth of $13 million. Hunter says she is wealthier than ever because she has finally found peace after a life full of suffering. The lesson from her reminds us that despite experiencing loss and tragedy, inner strength, perseverance, and kindness towards others will help us find peace and meaning in life. Joseph Mascolo, Massimo Morone. Joseph Mascolo was born on March 13, 1929 in West Hartford, Connecticut. At the age of 72, he took on the role of Massimo Morone in The Bold and the Beautiful in 2001, becoming the notorious magnate who controlled a massive shipping empire and held secrets that shook the Forrester family. With his deep voice, sharp eyes, and regal demeanor, Mascolo transformed Massimo into one of the most powerful and cunning characters on American television. However, after leaving the show in 2006, his real life took a challenging turn. In his early retirement years, Mascolo started forgetting his lines and gradually even the names of his close friends, the first signs of Alzheimer's disease. By 2010, his memory had severely declined, and in the last 2 years of his life, he no longer recognized his wife or former co-stars. Despite the increasingly severe illness, Joseph tried to maintain his dignity until the very end. He lived with his second wife, Patricia Schultz, who held his hand every morning and read him old B&B scripts to help him recall his memories. On December 8, 2016, Joseph Mascolo passed away in Santa Clarita, California at the age of 87, after nearly 6 years of battling the terrible disease. His net worth at the time of his death was estimated to be about $2 million, including his Santa Clarita home and investments left to his family. The lesson from his life reminds us that despite power, fame, or success, dignity, patience, and love for family are always the most precious things, especially when facing life's challenges. Thorsten Kaye, Ridge Forrester. Thorsten Kaye was born on February 22, 1966 in Mainz, Germany. At the age of 47, he took on the role of the second Ridge Forrester in The Bold and the Beautiful in 2013. This role not only inherited the legacy left by Ron Moss, but also introduced a new, deeper, and more introspective version filled with the emotional scars of a man who has loved lost and continues to struggle between reason and passion. Kaye transformed Ridge from a glamorous icon into one of the most multidimensional characters in soap opera history. Upon leaving the set, Kaye did not pursue luxury but sought pure art. He directed the film The Bay 2021, a small but sophisticated project which earned him an Independent Film Award for Best Director. After divorcing actress Susan Haskell in 2016, Kaye withdrew from the noisy world of fame to focus on writing plays, composing poetry, and performing on Broadway. Although free from scandals or illness, Thorsten still carries the silent solitude of an artist. This emotion permeates every gaze and breath he expressed when playing Ridge, making the character not just a name, but a soul. In real life, he lives simply, rides an old motorcycle, reads books, and teaches his 2 daughters to value love through art more than fame. Today, Thorsten Kaye, 59, remains a pillar of The Bold and the Beautiful, representing the show's modern era. He divides his time between New York and Los Angeles, manages independent theater projects, and occasionally performs poetry and music in small bars. His net worth is estimated at about $5 million derived from his acting salary, Broadway work, and artistic investments. The lesson from his life reminds us that living authentically with one's art and emotions, even if solitary or simple, can still create lasting value and influence. If you agree with this story, please comment the number 1. If you don't completely agree, please comment the number 0 to share your perspective. Don't forget to like, share the video, and leave a sub to support us. And now, let's continue to follow the next developments with us. Don Dimont, Bill Spencer Jr. Don Dimont was born on December 31, 1962 in New York City. At the age of 47, he took on the role of Bill Spencer Jr. in The Bold and the Beautiful in 2009, becoming the cold, ambitious media magnate who redefined the balance of power within the Forrester empire. With his sharp knife-like eyes and a cunning half-smile, Dimont transformed Bill Spencer from a villain into a symbol of power and allure in 21st century soap operas. In real life, Dimont's life was no less dramatic than the scripts he starred in. After divorcing his first wife, Rachel Braun, in 2002, he had to raise 4 children alone while facing many career difficulties. However, those very challenges became a turning point, helping him become stronger and find his peak again with the role of Bill Spencer. In the same year, Dimont found love again with actress Cindy Ambule. After 10 years together, they married and welcomed twin sons Anton and Davis, becoming a role model for perseverance and dedication in the entertainment industry. In 2015, he released his memoir, My 7 Sons, chronicling his life as a father, a star, and a source of inspiration for those who feel lost. With a toned physique in his 50s and iron discipline, Dimont became the face of several fitness brands and also invested in real estate in Los Angeles. By 2025, at the age of 62, Don Dimont remains a pillar of The Bold and the Beautiful, helping to maintain its title as the most watched soap opera in the world. He lives with his wife and 6 children in a Los Angeles villa, with an estimated net worth of about $10 million derived from his contract with CBS fitness brand endorsements and real estate projects. The lesson from his life reminds us that despite experiencing failures or challenges, perseverance, discipline, and dedication will help us be strongly reborn and create lasting value in both our career and family life. Heather Tom, Katie Logan. Heather Tom was born on November 4, 1975 in Hinsdale, Illinois. At the age of 32, she took on the role of Katie Logan, the complicated youngest sister of the Logan family in The Bold and the Beautiful in 2007. From the very first episodes, Heather brought a delicate yet strong beauty to Katie, creating a character who was both beloved and criticized. In real life, Heather Tom exemplifies the resilience of a woman who picked herself up after trauma. After divorcing musician James Acor in 2019, she went through depression, openly undertook treatment, and shared her recovery journey to help others. That dark chapter opened a new path. Heather transitioned into directing, helming over 30 episodes of daytime television and winning the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Directing in 2020. Her perseverance allowed the audience to see Heather Tom as a real woman, an off-screen Katie, who was imperfect but unyielding. She is also an active supporter of Planned Parenthood and organizations protecting women's rights, and she fundraises for Children's Hospital Los Angeles through triathlon events. All of Heather's achievements were earned through sweat and effort. As she once said, "No one can save you but yourself." Today, Heather Tom, 49, still plays Katie Logan while also directing for The Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless. She lives in Los Angeles with her son, Zane, with an estimated net worth of about $4 million from acting, directing, and real estate ventures. The lesson from her reminds us that despite suffering or challenges, resilience and self-confidence are the keys to overcoming all difficulties and finding true value in life. Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Steffi Forrester. Jacqueline McInnes Wood was born on April 17, 1987 in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. At the age of 21, she joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 2008 as Steffi Forrester, the proud, complicated, and fiercely independent Forrester princess. The role transformed her into an icon of the new generation, the modern embodiment of the Forrester legacy, earning her 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress. After becoming a familiar face to millions of viewers, Jacqueline expanded her creative vision, producing the short film Women's Work in 2022, which won the LA Shorts Award, showcasing her personal perspective on women's resilience in modern society. In addition to acting, she also ventured into music DJing and fashion, establishing herself as a versatile and dynamic artist. Beneath the spotlight, Jacqueline maintains a simple life dedicated to her art and family. Her marriage to talent agent Ellen Ruspoli in 2018 brought her a rare sense of peace amidst the chaos of Hollywood. They have 4 children, and Jacqueline is admired for her ability to balance her career and motherhood. A vivid example of a strong modern woman. By 2025, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, 38, remains a central figure in The Bold and the Beautiful, while also managing her own film production projects. She lives with her family in Westlake Village, California, with an estimated net worth of about $8 million from acting, film production, and real estate investments. The lesson from her reminds us that with determination, intelligence, and a spirit of constantly moving forward, anyone can turn their dreams into reality and build a lasting legacy. Scott Clifton, Liam Spencer. Scott Clifton was born on October 31, 1984 in Los Angeles, California. At the age of 26, he joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 2010 as Liam Spencer, the Spencer Prince, a man torn between reason and emotion in a web of agonizing love stories. With his pensive expression, calm demeanor, and excellent acting skills, Clifton brought a rare emotional depth to Liam in daytime television. After becoming one of the most beloved faces in the world of soap operas, Scott began exploring other creative paths. He debuted his first detective novel, The Spencer Code, in 2023, which became a New York Times bestseller, demonstrating the diverse talent of the 3-time Daytime Emmy winner. While continuing his role as Liam, he also composes music studies, philosophy, and gives lectures on critical thinking, building the image of an intellectual artist amidst the noisy entertainment industry. His personal life also faced challenges. Married to film editor Nicole Lamson since 2012, the couple has 2 children and built a peaceful life in Los Angeles. His stable career and simple lifestyle have helped him avoid scandal. Clifton often says that writing helps him regain balance after years of filming and the pressures of fame. This calmness and discipline have helped him become one of the most respected male actors in American daytime television. Today, Scott Clifton, 41, continues to play Liam Spencer, a role that has defined his career for 15 years. He lives in Los Angeles, balancing acting, writing, and music production with an estimated net worth of about $4 million from B&B book sales and real estate investments. The lesson from him reminds us that maintaining calmness, intellect, and personal passion will help one overcome pressure and build a meaningful life, even in a constantly changing industry like Hollywood. Joseph Campanella, Jonathan Young. Joseph Campanella was born on November 21, 1924 in Manhattan, New York. At the age of 72, he joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1996 as Jonathan Young, an intelligent and strategic lawyer for the Forrester family. With his calm, dignified, and authoritative demeanor, Campanella brought a rare maturity and sophistication to the show's complex web of conspiracies and emotions. When he left the series in 2000, he had spent over half a century in the entertainment industry, but his health began to decline. By 2008, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and had to retire completely. In the following years, Campanella lived quietly in Sherman Oaks, focusing on treatment and recovery. As his illness progressed and his mobility decreased, he maintained an optimistic and disciplined attitude reflecting his resilient character. He had a marriage lasting over 50 years with Jill Bartholomew, together raising 7 children. His personal life was simple and private, completely removed from the Hollywood spotlight. Despite his failing health, he still dedicated his final years to writing memoirs and participating in community activities before his condition worsened. Joseph Campanella passed away on May 16, 2018, in Sherman Oaks, California, at the age of 93, after many years of battling complications from Parkinson's disease. His net worth was estimated to be about $1 million, primarily from his home and television residuals. The lesson from his life reminds us that even in old age and illness, perseverance, an optimistic attitude, and dedication to family remain precious values, creating a life that is admirable and complete. Andrea Evans, Tawny Moore. Andrea Evans was born on June 18, 1957, in Aurora, Illinois. At the age of 42, she joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1999 as Tawny Moore, the scheming, calculating mother who constantly tried to push her daughter into opportunistic relationships. With her sharp gaze and mischievous smile, Evans transformed Tawny into an icon of deception, a villain who was both hated and loved. After leaving B&B in 2001, Andrea continued acting, but her personal life entered a difficult period when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a battle that lasted for many years. Despite undergoing chemotherapy and radiation therapy, Evans did not abandon her passion for acting. She appeared in the series Passions and the Bay, and also produced the documentary Rocking the Couch, 2018, which exposed the dark side of Hollywood, a courageous move that earned her widespread respect. Although her career was tied to villainous roles, Andrea in real life was a kind, quiet, and dedicated woman. After 2 marriages, her true love was her second husband, Steve Rodriguez, who stood by her for 25 years. They raised an adopted daughter and lived a private, peaceful life, away from the spotlight. On July 9, 2023, Andrea Evans passed away at her home in Pasadena, California, at the age of 66, after a long battle with recurrent breast cancer. She was laid to rest in a small, intimate ceremony, attended only by family and close friends. Her legacy and talent left an estimated net worth of about $1 million, primarily from acting residuals, and her home in Pasadena. The lesson from her life reminds us that even when faced with illness and challenges, courage, passion, and perseverance will help create a cherished legacy and inspire future generations. All the characters and stories told contain valuable lessons about perseverance, courage, and love for one's profession, family, and self. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share this video, and leave a sub to support the channel, helping us bring more fascinating and inspiring stories in the next videos.